Hey, this is SoCal Bob. What about this? You don't get an answer. My horn is, the battery's dead. Whatever you do, there's no response. But when it's coming the other direction, when the other person is tapping or going yoo-hoo or I need help, they expect an immediate response. Why did you not respond sooner? Totally unbalanced. Other people expect chop suey, go, 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 chop, 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 let's get going, let's move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, faster, faster, faster. But when you need something, crickets, 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 crickets. They could not be bothered to pick up the phone or to do. Now, there could be something said about, well, you know, we don't want to be a slave to the phone. No. I'm not going to be a slave to no phone. Well, the phone's never going to be writing to you. The phone is never going to be texting you. The phone is never going to be wanting to hear from you. Nobody's phone is doing that. That is just simply not the case. Nobody's phone is nobody's phone's doing that. It's a person. It's the person. A living human being is typing and texting. Yeah, but there's a lot of scammers out there. Well, that's true. There are a lot of AI and scammers, and I talk about it every day. People writing to me and they want a gift card and they want this and they want that. So certainly I see that. At the same time, we have eyes and ears and we have senses, and we can figure out what is the scam and what is the real deal. And especially if it's a message comes from your family, your friends, a relative, it seems like if you had a care, if I hear from some stranger, some random person, a lot of times I get text and calls and WhatsApps and all this, and it's from some random person. I don't know who it is, but I invite people to write to me every day. Go ahead, 213-713-8954. I'll give you a shot. I'll respond. I'll bite. Now if you start sending me weird stuff, then I'm going to be like, I kind of got your number right off the bat. But if you're honestly just reaching out and you have a question about God, you have a question about the Bible, you want to talk about faith, you want to learn how to be a more godly child, well, hey, I'm all in. And there's some people in my life that just pour. It's just like endlessly, just the mimeograph. It's melting down from the heat of all the stuff you're sending. It's just overwhelmingly. I open it up, I close it up. I don't even. Once in a while, I will text back. But, for that particular person that does that, I think they know it's just overwhelmingly too much. They have a good heart. They're trying their best. But they think that more and more information, just pouring out the information, is somehow going to make life better for other people. It's not the information. It's the revelation. It's the relationship. So I'm begging today, if you're out there and you're someone who is being written to by someone that you love, someone you should know, respond. Here's a case from years ago. There was a man who wanted to get some work done. So he hired a fellow named Joe. Joe was his worker, So he told Joe, hey, I'm having a special event over the weekend. Don't come by. Maybe come by on Monday. So the worker said, hey, maybe I should check in before I go, we'll go forward, because the boss was so insistent. This boss was so insistent that you don't come by. He kind of made it almost threatening. Like, don't you dare come down here. I done told you, you ain't gonna do that around these parts here. He made it kind of intimidating and aggressive. And it was just, gotta push this button on the car again. He made it kind of intimidating, like, you better watch out, pal. You don't know what you're gonna get if you think you're gonna come around here and try to do some work on the property. And because we told you that we don't want your kind around here. I'm exaggerating slightly, but the heart of it was really that. It was like, don't you dare, So the fella got to the first day of the week. All right, we got some up here. He got to the first day of the week, and he wrote in. He said, hey, boss, I got this new key clicker thing, and sometimes it's hard to get out. I had to kind of keep spinning it to get it to go. So I'm crossing off my list as I go along here. I got a list of stuff I'm supposed to get. I'm crossing it off. Yeah. So I got a couple more things on my list here, and then I'm ready to go. So the gentleman, the worker, old Joe, he wrote in and he said, hey, is it okay to come by on Monday? It's like today, a Monday. And nothing, not a word, no response, dead on arrival. So the worker was caught being pinched on all sides. The boss was a tough boss. Work. Get to work. I want the job done. I don't want you messing around. You better get to it. Let's go, young person. Get going. Work. We got a deadline. I want this job finished. I want it completed. You better get to it. Let's go, my young friend. Let's go. Get going right now. Why isn't it done? I expect this done. Kind of that tone, and you're like... So the worker, though, was stuck, because just as energetically as the boss was yelling to get the work done, wouldn't respond. So the employee had a choice. Just go on in and hope for the best, which the worker didn't feel good about that. Or, is it okay? I mean, I want an okay from the boss, because the boss is a big, powerful boss. So, and I thought of that story, and I thought, I thought that's a perfect example for us as believers. Don't do that to other people. Jesus said to love the Lord God with all of our heart, our soul, our mind, and our strength. And to love our neighbor as ourselves. Is it loving to your neighbor to ignore them, to disrespect them, to totally block them out? My daughter did that one time. Bethany Rose. I'm going to block her. I said, don't you dare. You don't block people. We don't block people. No. Unless it's a violent criminal or something. We're not blocking nobody. No, we don't do that. So, take that and let's use it. If your phone buzzes, rings, vibrates, and if it's someone that you know, someone that, even if someone you don't know, just reach on out. Say, hey, I got your message. Thank you. Even if you get an email, I tell people this. Respond. Go, got the message. Thank you. I'm on it. Have that ping pong, back and forth. Don't just silent treatment. I think it's mean, nasty, ugly, rude, disrespectful. Even if you don't know how to read text, you can just send back a happy face. At least something's coming across the wire. Got it? Love ya.